Chelsea Football Club, Reece James does an interview and he's caught slipping. Genuinely, sometimes you don't need to say anything without being caught. Furthermore, we've got information on Noni Madueke. His camp keeps having talks with Arsenal. I'm going to tell you what's going on. But I know Gittins, we finally get a confirmation of the fee, and it's not even announced by Chelsea. It's announced by Dortmund. They can't wait to get rid of him. Furthermore, Leslie Ogochukwu, what's going on with him? I've got the update. It is an interesting one. 2 loans, but Chelsea want a permanent. And finally, the biggest one of all, Chelsea versus Palmeras. Estevao versus Chelsea. I can't wait for this game tonight. It's going to be great. I'm going to give you a preview. We're going to talk about what's to come. But before we get started, number one, hit that like button. It's a great day in July. It's sunny in the UK. It's sunny wherever you are, most probably. And more importantly, subscribe if you like football-related content, because I get you lot informed. The nutrition will be there, and I'm your favorite dietitian. Let's get it started. Let's get it cracking. Let go. Reece James must have been doing one of those like interviews at a scrum. So the video leaked where I think his name is Zach Laurie, and he's a journalist, and he's actually a very good journalist. Why do I say he's very good? Because he asks questions that I want to listen. There's too many journalists these days that ask stupid things. You know, oh, Reece, what colour's your favourite? Oh, Reece, what's your dog's name? Oh, Reece, what do you prefer, Ferrari or Lamborghini? No one cares, bruv. Asking football-related questions. We're there for the content. And he asked him a very good question. He said, look, how's your position changed and evolved since Potter and Pochettino to present day under Enzo Maresca? I think that's a brilliant question. I want to know what Reece James's thoughts are. And Reece said, well, you know what? I was an out-and-out right back. I used to bomb up and down. Now I'm playing a little bit more inverted. And it was a very good, insightful answer. Media training was not on from Reece. And then he goes to him, Zach. Well done, Zach. Good boy. What he said to him, and this part is absolutely beautiful. What do you prefer? The right back bombing up and down, or do you prefer the inverted? And Reece fully was ready to answer it, and then he clicked and laughed, because he realized what he was about to say. And Zach apologized straight away and said, look, I'm not trying to put you under the pressure here. And he goes, I prefer not to answer, or something along those lines. For me, look, this isn't a big deal. A lot of Chelsea fans, oh my God, he doesn't like Enzo's system. No, Reece prefers to play a right back role, which engages him on the attacking end. Who doesn't like attacking? Do you know what I mean? When you were a kid, where did you want to play? Every single one of you wanted to play winger, number 10, or up top. It always happened. It always happened. No one grew up and said, you know what, I want to be a right back. No, you played right back if you're going to get kicked out of the team. Nowadays, there's more popping. You know, people want to play right back. And why? Because they get to have that little free roll. They come into the midfield. They get involved. They do overlaps, cross the ball. They see it get more touches. So for me, Reece is old school. Reece most probably grew up in an era where he enjoyed the bombing forward. So now, what I'm going to say is, this isn't a big story. And the key here, Reece can want one thing, but his body can handle another. Reece's bombing up and down was preventing him from playing more than 20 or 15 games a year. All of a sudden, Enzo Maresca comes in. Reece, tuck in. Reece, right centre back. Reece, bomb forward a little bit, not too much. And guess what? Reece is playing a considerable amount of minutes. It's exponentially increased. And it's happy days. I absolutely love how we're treating him, purely based on the fact that I get to see Reece James play. I'd rather Reece James play in midfield than not see Reece James at all. So in the midst of Chelsea signing João Pedro, Chelsea talking about Andre Santos, people talking about Romeo Lavia, what's happened? Everyone forgot that Chelsea are signing Bino Gittins. Literally everyone forgot. We were having our winger options, and now we've got a little problem. Because at this moment in time, it looks like Neto won't play due to the passing of Diogo Jota. Condolences go out to his family, his wife, his kids, his mum, his dad, any relatives and friends that he has. I don't think I need to say more on the story, purely based on the fact that, what words can I add? My deepest condolences just go to his family. Like, he's the same age as me, and the idea of what the ramifications of dying would do to my family, bruh, I'd rather not talk about it, because it gets deep, it gets personal, and I don't want to get emotional here. But what has happened now is Bino Gittins has been announced, right? And people are like, can he play? Well, he can't play because he's already played for Dortmund and he's cup tied for this tournament. And we found out what the fee is. The fee is £48 million, and it's around about 3.5 million, 4 million in add-ons. This is a fee, all right? They paid the money. They liked the player. They paid it. Would I have paid £50 million for Bino Gittins? I wouldn't have. I think it's a big fee. But when they do their scouting and they believe in somebody, what is the difference between 40 million and 50 million? Think about it, right? and you meet the girl of your dream. She's absolutely beautiful. You fall in love with her at first sight. You look at her, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna make her mine. And she has a criteria. She wants to go to a certain level of restaurant, and it's £10 more. In this case, it's £10 more. In their case, it was 10 million more. Right? Are you not gonna go? Of course you are. Evidently, they looked at Bino Gittins and they said, this is the person that is gonna sort our left wing issues. I'm paying that money. I'd rather they do that than go for their third, fourth, or fifth choice, and then in 18 months, we're in a predicament where we need to go for someone else. So for me, it's a simple decision. They paid the money, we back the player, we see what he's made of, and you know my stance here. I back every player that comes through the door until you start doing consistently foolishness where I have to start calling you out, because when you're crap, I say you're crap. When you're good, I say you're good. And I'm fair with it. It don't matter who your name is. Noni Madueke. Well, Noni Madueke is in a little bit of a situation right now, because Noni might be playing for Chelsea again in the Club World Cup. And the key here that arises, and this is what we need to worry about, Noni Madueke is having talks with Arsenal. This isn't secret anymore. This isn't hypothetical. This is genuine, serious stuff. Mr. Fabrizio Romano has come out and said, once again, Arsenal's camp and Noni's camp have had discussions. Arsenal are very keen in making him an Arsenal player. And Noni apparently is getting swayed, like his camp is getting swayed. What I am going to say is, very simple. Is it time to sell Noni Madueke? Yes. Should there be a tax for Arsenal? Yes. Should there be a tax for the fact that they're competitors? Yes. How much money is a real amount of money that we should be accepting? I think £55 million. The market's set. People are going to say, why? Gittins is £50 million player, right? Hasn't played in the Prem. We paid 50 million for him. Case study number one. Case study number two, Anthony Elanga. Anthony Elanga has had a £55 million bid placed by Newcastle for him. Noni ain't worse than Anthony Elanga. You can tell me Elanga's quicker than him, 100%. I don't think he's a better footballer. I don't think he's better on the ball. I don't think he's got a better left foot. I don't think he'll score more goals than Noni. That's my personal opinion. So, if they want him, £55 million. What I hope truly, from the bottom of my heart, happened. The Elanga deal breaks through. Forest asked for way too much money. Newcastle come and take Noni off us. The reason I want that is because I think if Noni goes to Arsenal, he's going to be a backup. I don't wish that upon Noni. I think Noni's a good player. And I need Noni to develop. I think there's a talented player there. And I wish the best for his career. If he goes to Arsenal, he's going to be sitting behind Saka. At Newcastle, he'll be starting. He's competing with Jacob Murphy. And what will happen is, he's got the bigger transfer fee. He's the bigger investment. Guess what's going to happen? Politics. He's going to get the opportunity and it'll be his spot to lose. And people are going to say that's not fair. It's the way the world works, sadly. It's the way the football world works. Now we need to talk about Leslie Ogochukwu. Leslie Ogochukwu is an interesting situation. And it's something I don't like about this model. And I'm going to explain to you guys and you're going to understand. What I like about this model and the way that we buy young players is when we go get an Andre Santos, 12 million. Cassidy, 12 million. David Washington, 15 million. You know, that level of player. Amugu, 8 million. Because what happens with those players is you send them on a couple of loans. They do well. You sell them for more money. They do poorly. You give them another couple of loans, couple of more chances. You take a little loss at most, right? Ogochukwu, you paid £24 million for from Rennes. And since then, what happened was A, bad luck, poor timing, and just unfortunate planning. Like really poor planning. And I'll tell you, bad luck. Why is it bad luck? Number one, he got injured. Poch was about to give him a chance and he got injured. Number two, he came back from his injury, Poch rushed him back in, and he got injured again. It's just bad timing. And Chelsea decided, we can't trust this guy, sent him on loan to Southampton, poor decision. Poor planning. And what happened? He played a ton of football. They thought his value would increase. What happened is the interest around him rose, but the value didn't increase. He comes back. Chelsea have now got Santos back in the squad, Usugu back in the squad, and my man is nowhere, like no position with the bomb squad. That is foolish planning in my opinion. Usugu is a good player. And he's exactly the level of player that Leslie Ogochukwu would be. They went and spent the money on him. And now we're in a predicament where Leslie just has no space here. When in reality, he could have easily been the fifth one. He genuinely could have. But it is what it is. What's the news around him? Well, according to Nazir Kinsella, Hamburg and Valencia are both eagerly trying to get a loan. The problem here is Chelsea FC want to sell him. I don't know where Chelsea are going to sell him. I don't know how much it'll cost, but I think the book value will be just under £20 million. I think we can get a fee like that. but the likelihood is we're going to loan him, and it's a shame, but it is what it is. The final bit of this news is going to be Chelsea versus Palmeras tonight. Look, Chelsea versus Palmeras is a huge game. A lot of people are going to say, Alex, why'd you care? It's the Club World Cup. I care because I want that badge. 4 years of me telling people I'm world champion. Who are you talking to? Listen, get your shoes off my carpet, mate. I'm world champion. Hey, geezer, what's your tone? Don't matter if you beat us. We're world champs. I'm going to be unbearable. I promise you. I'm most probably unbearable already. But can you imagine how annoying I can become? I want to see that. Genuinely, as a social experiment, I want to see how long people can tolerate me if we become world champs. Secondly, we've made it this far. Why do you want to go home now? Genuinely, if we win today, I think we got a game midweek and then we get the final the week after. It must be done. We must win it. And the route has planned out to be very favourable. And when I say favourable, it's not disrespect to Palmeras. Palmeras is not Bayern Munich. It's not PSG. So do you see what I'm saying here? It is what it is. And Chelsea are playing Palmeras. There's no Caicedo because he's suspended. And Lavia has got a muscular issue. So we've got a little bit of a problem here. And I'm going to tell you the team that I think we should go with. And I think the team that Maresca will go with. I think Maresca and I agree, Rob Sanchez and goal. Right back, Maresca and I agree, it's going to be Jay. Maresca and I will agree that it is going to be Tosin and Colwell. I think Maresca and I agree it's going to be Cucurella. That picks itself. We can't complain. We won't argue. That picks itself. Then, this is where it gets interesting. The midfield too, we ain't got one. I would love it personally for it to be Andre Santos as well as Isugu. I think Andre Santos is good on the ball. He can get stuck in. Isugu can do the Caicedo role. And all of a sudden, you got perfect replacements for Lavia and a Caicedo, right? What I think it's going to be Gusto and KDH. KDH is going to play next to Reece James most probably. Gusto will go out to the right back. And that is the problem that we're going to have. But it is what it is. We're not going to complain. He trusts players with his system. Maresca's earned the trust. Number 10, it will be Enzo Fernandez. Right wing or left wing, it's going to be Cole Palmer with Neto if Neto plays. If Neto doesn't play, we're going to play Noni Madueke. We ain't got any other choice. Maybe a Christopher Nkunku. We haven't got any other choice though. Genuinely. Number 9, it will be Liam Delap. It'll be Liam Delap. I don't see Jackson coming back in. I don't want Jackson to come back into this team. Purely based on the fact Jackson's let us down. I think you need to hold the bench, come off and impress. You need to come off and show us that you deserve to be on the pitch. Joao Pedro, I think it's too soon. I don't think Joao Pedro starts. But it is what it is. Listen guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, it is what it is.